Hey, it's Mark Lanier with your video thought for the day. All right, if you've been tracking, we've been going through the days of creation, but beep, 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 time out. I'm going to put that on hold until next week because this is Holy Week in the Christian church. It's also the week where Passover begins on Wednesday of this week within the Jewish faith, and a number of Christians practice a lot of Passover as well, certainly have a Seder and things like that. So I want to pause this week and I want to focus on Holy Week within the Christian tradition. A lot of it is tradition, but also have a chance to focus on Passover. So we'll get back to creation next week. Now, Holy Week is a term that's used for the time between Palm Sunday, which was yesterday, and Easter Sunday, which will be next Sunday. Now, I think the term was first used by Athanasius in like the 300s or something like that. But Holy Week itself was celebrated a lot before the usage of that term for the week. And Sunday, yesterday, was Palm Sunday, celebrating Christ's entry into Jerusalem with the people laying down the palm branches as he came in and came by. Today is called Holy Monday within a lot of traditions. And it's a time where there's a focus on a number of different things, including the teachings of Jesus. So we can read the Gospels and do a pretty good job of figuring out different things that Jesus taught on the Monday before his crucifixion. So he's in the last week of his life. You got to figure things that he's teaching are things that are pretty important. You don't spend the last week of your known existence on earth talking about things that are of no consequence. So I think it's a wonderful insight that this is the time when one of the lawyers that came up to test Jesus tested him about, out of the 600 plus commandments in the Old Testament, which one was most important? And Jesus said the most important one is to love the Lord your God with all of your heart, soul, and mind. But then Jesus said a second one that was also important. The second one, in a sense, if you're putting a hierarchy, is to love your neighbor as yourself. And that's a pretty important commandment. You'll actually find that 8 different times in the Bible. It's a reference to the Old Testament law, but it's found in the Gospels. It's found even in James, a letter book written by the brother of Jesus. What does it mean to love your neighbor as yourself? Well, there's a lot wrapped up in that can be a good video today. First of all, I think it means we've got to receive God's love ourselves. We don't know what true love is if we don't find that unconditional, caring, serving type of love that is God's love for us. And Jesus said, greater love has no man than to lay down his life for a friend. Jesus lays down his life for his followers. He's the good shepherd who gladly gave of himself to protect his flock. And so first thing, we need to receive God's love and understand it. But I think another thing we've got to do is actually love ourselves. There are a lot of people in this world that do not love themselves. And by love, I don't mean focus on me, 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 me. I mean, figure out what's the highest and best good for yourself. So everything that I'm going to say here in the next 60 seconds, apply to yourself and apply to others. Love your neighbor as yourself. That means show grace. Don't be too harsh on yourself and on others. Act with compassion. That's the story of the Good Samaritan Jesus told. It's have compassion towards not just the people you like, but towards the people who need your compassion, who are in your road of life. Have compassion on yourself. Look out for people's well-being. Look out for your own well-being. Speak kindly to people. Allow people to be human. Forgive them for their mistakes. Forgive yourself. Allow yourself to be human. Christ died for forgiveness. Heaven forbid we not forgive ourselves. And then last, I want to just urge you with people to share their joys and to share their sorrows. Don't begrudge them joy. Don't be jealous of their joy. Don't be envious of their joy. Don't covet their joy. Share their joy and also share their sorrows. Be there alongside them when life is hard and help them out as best as you can. This is all wrapped up in loving your neighbor as yourself, which is one of many teachings we can focus on Holy Monday. But we focus on this one as your video thought for the day. I'll see you tomorrow.